10 minutes after 6, and we just saw Shayla.
Poor Shayla.
She started talking, and it was fine, and then bang, the rain really came down.
You can hear all this noise, and you're like, what? Oh, yeah, it's really pouring pretty good in some spots. This isn't a great big blob like we've had on some other mornings. Right. It's a pretty skinny line, but let's start with the radar over southern Springfield. Oh, yeah, it's raining pretty hard. Now, we've actually, just a little bit ago, we had just this flare of lightning strikes down there on the south end of Springfield, and now in the last 3 minutes, not so much, but there was, probably a dozen strikes within a minute or two there, and then they've kind of come back down a bit. Heavier rain moving out of the Rogersville area. You've got to had a couple of different little waves go through here. This is Highway 60, so James River Freeway. This is 160, goes down toward Nixa. So once you get into Christian County, it kind of lets up once you get to about Highway AA or so. And then over here, the 60-65 interchange, it's fixing to let loose, so to speak. But heavy rain all the way back over to, let's say about the 44 and 360 interchange there. So heavy rain on the south end of Springfield. Central Springfield, it's sprinkled here at the station, but that's about it. You go into Christian County, there are some lightning strikes with this one. Eastern Rogersville, we've got some additional rain, mainly the south end of Ozark, down to about Highlandville. And there's a new lightning strike right there on the southern end of Springfield. So there are a few of them around. This is not severe by any stretch. Now we go back to western Greene County. Here's Willard. You got a little cell just south of you, between there and Elwood. And then northwest, you get just north of Ash Grove, between there and Walnut Grove. Pretty heavy rain. Another batch as you head over toward Everton. You can kind of see it. It's splotchy, so to speak. But this has been moving east and then maybe slightly southeast. You go a bit more northwest of that. Oh, look, it keeps going. Here's northwest Dade County all the way back up through the southern side of Vernon County. And believe it or not, it goes back into Kansas as well. Here's a little broader view. We've got a couple of cells there out east of Ava. And there are very small hit-and-miss showers there in eastern Taney County as well. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to go 6 hours back. Notice we had some other storms earlier this morning. Caught a lot of spots in northern Arkansas. There's West Plains getting wet this morning. Got another batch headed there. And then you've got this line that extends back to the northwest. There is more in Oklahoma and southern Kansas. Watch this. See, that's flared up a little bit and headed east. So it's not like we're going to see all-day rain. I mean, it's not a great big complex. It's fairly spotty, and we'll get some sun in between it. Here is the latest high-risk futurecast. This is a model that updates every hour. Doing an okay job with it this morning. I think it's got the right idea. We've got an upper wave that will pass us by. That's going to drive the stuff this morning. We may see a relative downturn in the activity, but we've got a front in the area, so as we begin to heat up, guess what? More scattered storms, and essentially in the same area. Farther north you go, drier it's going to be. Rolla, Iberia, even Lebanon, I think, may end up dry today. But southern Missouri and into northern Arkansas, kind of in the zone, so to speak. And, of course, those who get storms may have the temperature affected slightly. We'll see things kind of calm down later this evening, but I think we may hang on to at least a slight chance overnight as well. 75 in Springfield and in Joplin. Now, keep in mind that 75 is at the airport where it has not rained a whole lot yet. 70 in Camdenton and up in Rolla, 72 in Salem, 73 in Mountain Home. Highs today, for the most part, will be a little warmer than yesterday. I'm thinking upper 80s. Of course, if you get under a cloud a little longer, it may knock you down somewhat. Heavy rain is going to be the biggest threat, but not on a widespread scale. So at this point, I really don't expect much in the way of flooding unless it's very localized. Tonight, I just can't let go of that chance of rain because we've got the front still in the area, lots of moisture around. Most of us will stop in the 70s. Now, from tomorrow on, there is the small chance, and it's an ever so slight chance, we get a pop-up storm maybe Friday or Sunday. The big news for us, though, is going to be the return of steam heat. We're back into the 90s. In fact, if we do 95 on Saturday, that'll be the hottest we have seen all summer long in Springfield. Anyway, heat index through that entire period and much of next week should be in the triple digits.